Got to be honest with you, Bo. Just yesterday, me and X were saying, wouldn't be surprised if Manny doesn't sign long-term. They've got a backup plan, Kim to short, Bogarts to third. But no, the Padres surprised at least the two of us by the fact they locked up Manny. What's your reaction?
I'm not surprised at all. No. When you look at the San Diego Padres and what they're trying to do, one, they want to make sure that they expand this championship window in which they have. By locking Manny up and you start to look at this everyday lineup, not only do you have flexibility around the diamond, you have many guys that can play multiple positions, but I think it also speaks to, you know, your players in your clubhouse better than anybody else. And over the course of, since 2015, there's only 4 players in Major League Baseball with a higher WAR than Manny, and that would be Trout, Betts, Arenado, and Goldsmith. So in my eyes, it was, I don't want to let this guy get out of the room, because if I let him get out of the room, now I'm going to get into a bidding war. Right now, it's just us trying to figure out what is the right price point. And for the Padres and for Manny and for baseball, I'm glad they got it done.
To that point of price, I would have thought minimum 10 years, 300. So I see 11,350. I go, okay, that makes sense. Let's pay a little bit more rather than test the open market, because Bo's right. If Manny was available in November, maybe those numbers do get jacked up. And I think the biggest thing for the Padres is this. It's a known quantity with Machado.
Right.
You know what you're getting. Let's just lock this guy up.
Absolutely. He's been one of the most consistent players in all of baseball for a long period of time now. Last year, OPS plus at 159. So the production is still getting better at this point, and the defense is there. It's been there since the beginning, since he moved over to third base. So what I love about this is he's been the staple since he first came over in 2019. The team is getting better around him, and one thing we don't normally see in our sports world today is a lot of loyalty with one team. He's chosen to stay with this team for the rest of his career. That's one thing that I'm excited about, but also he has the security of knowing, okay, I can just go out there and play. I don't have to think about balling out to a whole nother level and trying to get a contract. It's already done now.
And it's interesting, too. I mean, we're going to talk about Juan Soto a little bit later on, but this is something special they're building in San Diego, Bo. This is a small market team, at least on paper, if you look at population, et cetera. No, they're spending like champions. And it goes back to your point. They feel like they can win now. They beat the Dodgers last year. They feel like this year's the next step.
Yes, the organization has put its best foot forward. But I'm going to say this about players. Players are chasing the chip. And yes, they all want the big contract, but they also look at the organization and say, who am I going to be surrounded with? And what Manny has witnessed, he's witnessed the organization basically execute a long-term plan. In his mind, he's saying, if I get out in the free agent market, now I got to go to another organization, and I don't know where that organization is going to be at in their championship window. So for him, this was, yes, I was able to secure the bag, while at the same time knowing that I am surrounded with the right group that can put us in a position to win championship year after year after year.
And I think that's a great point, too, because you think about, he didn't have to sign, right? So in order for him to sign this deal this early, there had to be some type of plan put in place for Manny to know, okay, what we're doing now is going to continue for as long as you are here. So you think about who they could possibly go after this offseason. We've heard them talk about Ohtani, and also Soto has to get locked up at some point as well. So could they possibly be going after another big-name guy?
And you also look at Manny. This is a player that's going to age well. It's not like he is, speed is a big part of his game. This is a guy who's been a middle-of-the-order bat that plays a Gold Glove third baseman. You now have the universal DH. So offensively, you're going to be able to keep this guy in your lineup even as he continues to age.
It's a great point, because oftentimes I think, what do I like most about Machado? I love his rifle arm. I love his power, average, but most of all, durability. This guy posts. He always plays, and he takes care of himself first and foremost.